Hi there, welcome back. So, was it too easy to build this background? If you found it a little bit hard to build it, just watch this class. Otherwise, just jump to the next class and start learning typography, okay? So, let's go and solve it. As you can see, we have some rectangles, and they are rounded, and some parts of it are not. What I can do here is first check the layers. I have 3 layers: the background layer, the image layer, and the palette layer. I'm going to build everything here on the background, okay? I'm going to build a rectangle to build this part here. So I can just select a space and put it more or less like this. As you can see, I'm using the smart guides to help me position the objects. When you position the object, I drop a tool and select the color. I think it's this one. Okay, it looks good. Now, let's build this part here, which is almost a rectangle with rounded corners. It's a one way to build it, you know. You can build it like this. For example, I can build it like this, and then change the corners, and then remove this part here of the rectangle. You know, it's one way to do it. I could just, like, for example, add another rectangle, and then just select both of them and use the shape builder tool. Press Alt, and there you go. And remove the one on top, you know. And here we go. We have the same shape that you can see right here. There are other ways to build it. For example, I could delete these both. Just build a rectangle, a regular one. I'm going to show you another way to do it. And instead of using the selection tool, I'll use the direct selection tool. And I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to just change this corner here with the direct selection tool. And I'll have the same image. Let me zoom out, fit on screen, and zoom a little bit more. And there you go. And I can use a eyedropper tool to get this color here, which is this one. Don't worry, on the next section, we are going to talk about colors, okay? So let's build the next one. Next one's a rectangle, the large one, and they are rounded. I can just use the rectangle, or I can click and hold and select the rounded rectangle tool. It doesn't really matter. It's just the same thing, okay? It's really up to you how you're going to use it. And I can use the selection tool just to increase the corners, the rounded corners. There you go. It looks much better. Let's select the eyedropper tool and change the color. There you go. Easy, huh? I think I can position better this image a little bit like this. Or I can just position it in the center of the artboard by using the align to center. And there you go. It's one way to do it. Let's build these lines. I'm going to change the position of the lines. It's very likely, at least. So I'll just place them anywhere and choose a color. I'll choose this one and increase the size of the line as well. And invert, and there you go. I'm going to take off the fill. I'm not going to need it, and I'm going to choose white. I'm going to change this to white. When you build one, all you have to do is Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and then drag and hold Shift. There you go. Easy, huh? Anyway, we did all of this already before, right? So let's add the circle now, this one. Click and hold, ellipse tool, hold Shift, hold Alt, or just hold Shift, it doesn't really matter. There you go, and eyedropper tool and get the color. Piece of cake, very easy. I'm sure you were able to do this. I think this is too big. If you want, you can select both of them and just reduce them with holding Shift. And there you go. I'm going to put it a little bit up as well, holding Shift. Nope, both of them, sorry. Everything, and increase, holding Shift. I think this is better. Okay, now we have to add this image here and these circles. Let me zoom in. So as you can see, we have several circles, or their strokes. Anyway, I'll just add them. I can add the same size as this one. So I can press Ctrl C, Ctrl F and drag down. And then I can just press Ctrl C, Ctrl F again. I'll have two of them here. So I'll have two of them, as you can see. And I can reduce the one in front, holding Shift and holding Alt. That looks good to me. Now let's change the colors. So I have a light gray in the back. Eyedropper tool, light gray, and in front I have a darker gray, and there you go. Easy, right? Now let's add the image. Does anyone remember how to add a file, an image? You just have to go to File and Place, Shift Ctrl P or Shift Command P if you're on a Mac. And you will have in your resource a file, a PNG file with my name on it. You can add my file or you can add your own. Just remember, you can use the link or you can remove the link. If you remove the link, the file will be inside the Illustrator's file and it won't be vinculated to the original file. I'd rather remove the link, but it's up to you on how you want to use it. And then just press place. Click once, you'll have the size that you want and you can reduce or increase. It's really up to you. Now, what I want to do, I want to put my picture here. If I just do this, what will happen? It will be in the front of this image. Let me do this. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, okay? So I'm going to increase this one, holding Shift and Alt. And I want to make a clipping mask so that my picture is behind the clipping mask. If I just use the gray circle as a clipping mask, then I won't have the color gray anymore. So I have to build another circle as well. What I want to do is I want to click only on the gray circle and copy only the gray circle to use it as a clipping mask. As you can see, I have both of the circles selected. I don't want that. I'm going to click outside, click only on the gray circle, and now I'm going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl F, or Command C, Command F, and then I'm going to reduce this circle holding Shift and Alt. Now I have one more circle, so that's three circles. Two of them are darker gray, and one of them is a lighter gray. The one in front is going to be used as a clipping mask. If I position my picture here, somewhere here, and bring this circle to the top of my image, this is the space that my image is going to appear. So I can reduce the image, holding Shift and Alt, more or less like this. Maybe a little more, holding Shift. Let's make a test. What do I have to do to make a clipping mask? Select two objects, the clipping mask and the image, and then go to Object, Clipping Mask, and Make. There you go. Easy, right? How can I move the image? Does anyone remember? Can double click and double click again to get inside the clipping group and then in the image. And then you can just move it a little bit. It's really up to you on how you're going to use it. Anyway, get back there, going back. There you go. Now, what we have to do? We have this little logo of the Instagram. Let's zoom in to check it out. So basically it's a rectangle with a line and then a rectangle inside and a circle. And this part here is transparent. Can you see it? How can we do this? Well, I'm going to build it outside and then I'm just going to add it, okay? So one way to do it is to use the rounded rectangle tool or the rectangle tool. Anyway, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. and make a square, a perfect square. And then I'm going to use the selection tool to make a rounded rectangle. There you go. Let me zoom in. And then I'm going to make another one because I want to remove the space here. So I'm going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl F and reduce the size, holding Shift. And now I'm going to build another one because this part here is going to be transparent. I'm going to remove it. Okay, so Ctrl C, Ctrl F and another one, holding Shift and out. There you go. So you should have three. 1, 2, and 3. The outside one I want, the inside I want, and the middle I just want to remove. So I'm going to select everything, Shape Builder tool, and holding Alt key and remove the inside part. So this part here is now transparent. As you can see, it's almost the same, right? The same thing here you can do with the circles, ellipse tool and find the center, hold Shift and Alt, and more or less like this. Ctrl C, Ctrl F to copy and paste another circle. Reduce the size. If I select everything again, you can see that I have two circles. And this one on top is going to be removed by using my favorite tool, the Shape Builder tool. And then holding the Alt key, and there you go. We almost finished. We just need a little circle here to be removed. So again, ellipse tool and more or less like this, holding Shift. There you go. Select everything and Shape Builder tool. I'm going to zoom in and then press Alt to remove this part. There you go, we finished. Easy, huh? Let me go to the artboard, select this object, and let's put the correct color as well, right? Color is white. So it's white, it's there, and then I'm going to group it as well to make it easy. Group, and add it more or less here. There you go. It's not perfect, we can make it better of course, but anyway, this is what I wanted you to make, to build. And on the next class we're going to work with typography. I'll see you on the next class.